Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Carter James Ranch. It's Sunday morning, July 24th. The cattle are kind of having a lazy morning here. Had a real hot day yesterday. I think we got it to about 103. The heat index I think I saw was about 108. So they're kind of having a slow morning. But I want to give you a quick update. As everyone here in the region knows, and down south, we have not had any rain for weeks and really hot temperatures. I think we've been about 2 weeks here, about 100 degrees. Not much at all. I was looking back at our grazing schedule, and we were actually back in this little field here back in May 22nd, so 60 days ago. And we've been rotating the cattle around, doing rotational grazing. And I kind of wanted to show you what we still have. We do have some grass here still in this paddock. We're going to leave him here for about a day and a half. And sometimes I wonder how this rotational grazing works, but you can see they were starting to eat a little bit of that. But we do have still have some green here. There's a property that I pass every day coming to the ranch where about 3 weeks ago, the people cut their pasture for hay, and then they have their cattle still grazing it. And I literally showed up there or drove by their day, and they were starting to feed hay in the middle to late July, just because we've gotten no rain. And I'm starting to see more and more posts here in Kansas about people having to feed hay. So, it's the drought situation is not real good, but this is my first kind of experience with realizing that rotational grazing kind of does preserve your grass. But yeah, we've got some stuff for them to graze, but it's not real green, and kind of makes me wonder if we're gonna have to feed some hay. But tonight we're supposed to get some rain in tomorrow morning, so I'm really hoping that God blesses us and gives us a little bit of a rain shower to maybe jumpstart some of this grass to buy some time. But you can just see things are dry. So the cattle seem to be doing well. We are just trying to give them as much time to move around. We're going to be moving across the backside of the pond tomorrow, so we've not been there, like I said, for 60 days. I need to walk down there and see what the grass situation is like. Gonna have to give them a bigger area when we're over there, so to make sure they're getting enough to eat, and just buying us time till we get a rain. But they seem to be content, not getting sunk in on their guts. So they still have some grass they can run through here. So I think we're gonna leave them here for one more day. This painted steer right here, he's funny. He's always the first one. He's anxious. We used to have a different lead steer who'd always be ready for the rotation, but he's kind of been the replacement now. He's always wanting to move. So let's look at him, see how he looks. He looks a little sunken in for the morning, but they need to get up and start grazing. It's interesting, they like eating the leaves off these thorn trees. I don't know how they do it. Those big old thorns on them. Those are ones I'll have to clip, get them out of here. So yeah, a couple of them are kind of waking up this morning, ready to get moving, looking around, get up and eat some breakfast. We're supposed to have a pretty warm day today, about 95 degrees. And then tomorrow we're gonna have a real cool day down in the upper 80s. So that'll be real nice. So yeah, hopefully they can get enough to eat today. Yeah, but they really tore through here yesterday. You can see where they've been eating what's left of this green. So yeah, I think we got about one more day of munching here, and then they will be ready to move. So probably tonight need to set up some additional lanes to the other side of the pond and get them over there and see what's going on. We actually had to treat him about a week ago. Looked like he had some some issues with his eye. Might have had the beginnings of pink eye. So for the first time I had one of our friends come over, and he's got one of those dart guns. Man, those are pretty sweet. You can just treat him real quickly with a dart gun with some antibiotics instead of getting up into the chute, which they always find that stressful. So I've decided I need to get one. The fly load has been pretty good here. We keep treating them with our kind of home remedy spray of some oils, essential oils, some olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of dish soap to help it stick. So that seems to help. But lately I've seen, you can kind of see a couple patches on his hair. We've had a lot of horse flies. Those things are awful. So when they bite, they kind of leave a mark. So yeah, these guys probably think I'm moving them this morning, but I'm not. Whenever I show up, they kind of get up and get ready to move, but that's not what we're doing today, at least this morning anyway. So yeah, they're back here. They got a good paddock. I didn't put up a back fence, so they can still walk back to where they were the last day and a half. Just trying to give them a lot more space so they can forage around. But these honey locusts, man, I hate these things. You know, we just got those sheep. It's interesting. The sheep will come up and they will take every leaf off of here just with their small mouths. The cattle tend to just take the tips with their larger mouth. I have no idea how they get these leaves off here without getting a prick in their mouth. I always get a little nervous when I see them eating on these things, but they seem to like it. So yeah, we're trying to buy ourselves some time here. Hopefully, man, it's dry. If I look back, I was actually looking at the video I shot May 22nd, which was the last time we were here. Boy, this pasture, it's a tale of two cities. It was lush and tall and green, and now we're just looking pretty dry. So really hoping for a good rain this evening to try to get a little jump start. I mentioned the drought throughout Texas. Unbelievable to see the amount of cattle that are getting sold. Just farmers are running, ranchers are running out of, they're just running out of grass, running out of water. Heard horror stories of wells, ponds drying up, and there's just no way for them to even care for the cattle. So pretty scary situation when drought comes. So all the more reason to, when the rains are coming, make sure to manage your grass well. And if you start getting in problems, you might have to get rid of some animals. But just wanted to show you how the pastures were looking. So they are dry. Well, thanks for watching. If you on your way out, hit that subscribe button and like button, and follow us on the YouTube channel here, our Facebook page, and also you can look for updates at CarterJamesRanch.com. We are getting close to being done with the renovation on the farmhouse, so I look forward to doing a video on that. Kitchen cabinets went in, countertops went in, so we're looking forward to that. Hopefully be able to get that space up and running so people can start coming to the ranch and staying. So this is the alley that we're going to have to set up our hot wire on to move them. Boy, you know what? There's some good little forage over in here. We may actually just let them, we may set it up so we can let them trounce through here. It's just kind of a wild forest down here with all the trees. I always worry about, for me, having to set up the fencing, getting, have to do massive tick checks and all that kind of fun stuff. But look how typically this is so wet in here. Look at these ruts. These have always been here, but even made worse as it's been driven up and down. Even with the four-wheeler, I had a hard time getting my four-wheeler down here with the trailer in the spring 2 months ago because it was so wet. But we've got a lot of growth down here on the dam. Pond's getting a lot of algae in it just because of the hot temperatures. So it's looking kind of ugly, especially on that far side where it's real shallow. Lots of growth, and back here is just an absolute jungle. The pond, typically when we're getting rain, is always draining just because we have such runoff from the golf course. So we constantly have water running back here. But it is dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. But still, it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. One project we started working on early spring here, taking down a bunch of trees. None of them had their leaves on them, so it didn't look as thick, but there's a fair number of medium trees. We probably took down 40 trees, you know, small to medium-sized shoots, but there's a lot more trees that we can take down to actually make that more usable for grazing. Just real tough when all the bushes and shrubs, and it'd be great for sheep or goats to go in there, but not great for the cattle right now. So we'll have to figure that out. But you know, there's actually some pretty good grazing even here on the dam. You know, we'll be able to maybe put them on the dam here for a half day, let them eat through a bunch of this, and then as we move them to the back side of the pond. Sorry, I didn't plan on filming as I walked all the way over here, but just look how low this is. Real low back over here, even on the spillway here. Heading back down. We had water, our last big rainstorm, we had water that was up over that dam. We had so much water coming down here. It was pretty ridiculous. But you can just see how low it is with the algae forming. But here we go. Haven't been back here for two months, and we do have some decent little grass that they'll be able to eat on. So it's not long. It's not as long as I would have liked for it to be, but beggars can't be choosers, especially when you don't get any rain. So I also need to get back here and cut down some of these rose bushes and thorny stuff that's growing up, but we'll have a little bit of, this will buy us some time. This will buy us some time on this side of the trees, and then we'll have another pasture on the other side of the trees, and we'll be back heading up towards the road, and we'll see if we can't hopefully get some of this grass jump started here. We need to get some fall stockpile, getting ready to grow in the fall so we can graze into the winter a little bit. I don't really want to be feeding hay all winter, so especially with these hay prices. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next video.